Welcome back for some more Skyrim with Requiem, playing as my Alduin hunter character, where the goal is to kill Alduin as quickly as possible using any means within the game mechanics, so save scumming, power leveling, meta knowledge of where locations are, whatever it takes short of console commands in order to beat the main questline fully and slay the Elder Dragon. So, in preparation for this, I went and got the Necromancer Amulet and leveled my alteration up to 25, and then I had to hunt around various bandit camps to try and find myself another crossbow, which, it's kind of funny when you're not looking for a crossbow, it feels like there's a dude with one sitting around every single blade of grass waiting to shoot you with an arrow. I had to go to about 3 different bandit caves before I was finally able to find one. And the reason for that is I want to do Ustengrav, and it's quite a bit easier when you've got something to shoot the Necromancer mages with. And yeah, that's why. That guy had summoned a couple of the local bandits, and I didn't really want to turn that into an extended fight because his destruction magic is still quite a bit better than mine. Another perk of getting getting alteration up is I've now got access to the lesser knock spell, so I can get a little bit more loot. I've tried in the past to just run past these opening conjurers and not had a great deal of success, so instead I'm going to try and get them with the crossbow instead. And I'd be perfectly happy with it if they decided to go fight the Draugr and get killed that way, but I'm not sure if I'll be quite so fortunate. I might be able to wait out the Storm Atronach. So that's the Necromancer that seems to have raised a bandit, and then we've got this guy over here. I really don't want to miss. But that is always a possibility. Ooh, that was close. I think my lightning managed to interrupt her spellcast, or just caused her to turn around, which is pretty lucky for me. There's still something around that corner. Just gonna grab some loot and hope that my skeleton is able to distract this guy a little bit. Got him. And just happy to take whatever potions I can find off these guys.
Never should have.
Pretty vigorous fight going on there. I'm kind of hoping that the Draugr win. And I did manage to get killed by the Frost Draugr at least once, but that time we got through it okay. And just hoping to find more potions. In this section, it probably would be possible to run past. I can see the Frost Draugr there. He's target number 1. I was going to say it might be possible to run past this, but getting to level my restoration magic a little bit is not such a bad deal. need to get my health up to a slightly higher level. That's not the way I want to go. And here's why we've got the Necromancer's Amulet, is it can give a nice infusion of magic right in the middle of a fight. And then I'm going to go back to the Galder Amulet. And I want to get a healing aura up here, just to conserve my health potions where possible. I really like the knock spell. I gotta admit, I'm a little tired of the lockpicking minigame, so anything that lets me skip that, I'm kind of enjoying it. One of the main purposes of getting alteration up to 25, well, I knew I was going to have to do it eventually anyway, but it does make this upcoming section quite a bit easier and more fun. So I just want to be a little bit aware if anything's coming around the corner, but I think I'm probably fine. And I just want to get a feather falling off so that I can skip this, well, majority of this dungeon. There's not much really worth looting here, and the enemies aren't terribly interesting either. So just being able to run through the central part, not such a bad deal. I know there's an archer off to my left, but it stands in the fire for a little bit too long, so that's all fine. This is a spot I always quick save, because the fire jets can just do that. That's more like how it's supposed to go. That's just a little bit of free destruction experience. And with that, we have found the non-existence of the horn. Let's just see if Delphine left us any good loot. Necklace of Dwindling Fire, that's actually pretty useful. And happily the rest of this is pretty much cleared, so I'm just going to make my escape, and I'll be moving on to pick up the next little bit of gear that I think will help as I progress further in this project.
I'm ready.
I'm taking a short intermission from the main quest line to go and do a couple of side quests in the Falkreath area, and for one I've got a companion's quest here which I need in order to advance that a little bit further, and that's over in Mossmother Cavern, and I picked up the quest from the Jarl of Falkreath which is taking me to Knifepoint Ridge. Both of those are pretty manageable at this level. I'm mildly nervous about the Spriggans, but I think it'll probably be okay. And doing these, the quest for the Jarl might seem a little bit out of place, but it has a very nice gold reward attached to it. which I'm desperately in need of in order to keep funding my training efforts. Done and done.
Never back down.
I'm going to switch away from the Necromancer's Amulet so that my potion is more effective. Watch out for the rock trap. And this guy just has some ammunition that might be useful. And there's two guys somewhere over, I'm not sure what those are, that are hostile on me. I'm just hoping they don't jump me as I try and come into this final area with the boss. Taking a second to see what kind of weapons he's got out, but just more importantly picking up a rune. And that quest is now complete. I've turned in the quests that I just completed and picked up Farkas in aid of doing the Dustman's Cairn next. But before I go through there, I want him to help me out on this little errand that I'm going to do first. And that is Rannveig's Fast, just as soon as I figure out where the stairs up there are. This is the kind of creepy location. Wow, a spirit wolf. That's interesting. Yeah, the kind of creepy location with all the subjugated ghosts. It's actually pretty unique and kind of interesting. But the main reason to do it is inside of here. The main warlock in charge has a guaranteed set of expert robes of destruction, which will be a really significant gear upgrade.
This isn't what I want.
Yeah, I had a feeling that guy would follow me from outside. I'd like for Farkas to join me in here. That would certainly be nice to get an assist from him. Okay. The ghosts are creepy, but not all that threatening.
Stay back. I don't have any choice. I don't have any choice. I'm
Mostly
sorry.
we're just getting some getting some easy restoration experience.
I'm sorry. I don't have any choice. I'm sorry.
And there's the noob trap. Don't go in there.
I don't have any choice. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this.
Somewhere around here is the path to go downstairs and fight Sild. Because I really don't want to take that route there. Perhaps that's the way to open the grate that's down here on the bottom.
I don't have any choice.
Yes. And Sild himself is a pretty nasty fighter with some high-level destruction magic. There's a possibility this will take a couple of tries. Yeah. So, I'm hoping I can hit him with a fire ring. Or cast enough minions around the corner and kill him that way.
I don't have any choice.
Stick that on the wall so that hopefully it won't get set off by accident. Send in a few sacrificial skeletons. Creeping up on it a little bit, and maybe he runs out of mana. That was kind of a close call. If nothing else, I'm going to get a lot of conjuration experience out of this. My skeleton is not being very ambitious. So if the skeleton eats the fireball for me, I can get him with the crossbow eventually. Yikes. Maybe I can paralyze him. Okay, that took a lot more tries than I really care to admit. But the important thing is, we won. So, let's see what other kind of loot we can find here aside from those expert robes. Oh, well, nice going, Farkas. That's why you weren't helping in the fight. After a long and frustrating battle with Sild the Warlock, I'm now ready to try out the dragon at Kynesgrove with my fancy new expert robes of destruction. Hopefully it'll make the fight a little bit easier. And I think I have enough cover just in this little area with trees that I can take the fight right around here. So is my hope anyways. And I'm gonna unequip my gauntlets to reduce my overall mass and hopefully keep my spell cost down a little bit. Since it's an ice dragon, I'd actually probably do better by using a firebolt.
Hiding will not save you.
Okay, I'm going to give the MVP award on that one to Farkas for making the fight much faster than it would have been otherwise. But we got him. As a last stop before I let Farkas go on his own way, I'm going to do the original reason he came in the first place, which is Dustman's Cairn. My hope is this will be a nice, clean, straightforward little run. I guess it'd be too much to hope that in a Nord crypt you'd find something other than ancient Nord junk. Pause for a second, let Farkas catch up with me a little bit. Here we've just got our little restoration trading session. And yeah, for a second I thought that might be a silver hand that was worth looting, but Farkas always coming in to steal the kills.
We should keep moving.
Hello. Ha! There. Found you.
Enough of this!
Prepare to die.
It would be nice if I had a healing spell I could stick on Farkas, but I don't. Yeah, I'm just gonna be thorough about this and take care of the Draugr.
I can take you.
Actually, maybe that's worth taking. Master lock chest in here, which I've never once yet opened. I'm sure there's something awesome in there, though. I'm curious enough to pick up a silver sword and see how it compares to the katana. Lower damage, higher weight. Kind of turn around to see that I don't get jumped. Farkas is not being very attentive. Right in the face. Yeah, it's just a little paranoid about Draugr waking up and deciding to come around from the backside. And I dropped my crossbow off in the stash before I came into this area, just to reduce my carry weight a little bit. So it means that my ranged attacks are a little more limited than they were before. I want to hit the archer.
No more.
Actually, whoa, that guy had a potion of cleansing. Those are actually surprisingly rare in this version of Requiem. A lot of the Silverhand are now carrying the potions of cure disease, which are like 1/10 as good as a potion of cleansing. So that's a nice find. I know there's a trap on these stairs right in the middle there.
Thought I heard something.
I still managed to wander into the trap in spite of knowing about it. Potion of cure poison is moderately useful. I'd like to be on a bit higher health total. Nice to pick up a level. I don't think alteration is going to be all that effective. But yeah, I don't want to have any Draugr waking up as we try and progress through here. I also don't want Farkas to get too far ahead of me. Gotta watch my stamina a little bit. I think this is a spot where I want to actually take off the Necromancer's amulet. And then very quickly put it back on. This feels like a trap. That was pretty loud. Do we just get saved by this sliding dodge? No. Alright, let's try that one again. I know there's this guy down here. I'd rather he shot at my skeleton instead of me. Opening any of those. Just kind of checking around for potions, but nothing to be found. And we get the key. That's actually quite a good enchant on that sword, so I'm going to keep it. Keep feeling like there should be some potions on the wall somewhere, but... target practice. There's this other door over here. This one we can open. Well, novice door, diluted health potion, wake up all the enemies with the knock. Seems reasonable. Pretty sure there's someone with a bow up there, so I'm gonna let Farkas tooth lead. I think I just got lucky there to not be actually poisoned by the frostbite spider. Or at least not get a poison visual from the frostbite spider. And I know there's gotta be someone with a bow up here. I just have this memory of a past game where I got plugged with an arrow at range, but maybe not. There it is. I want to take a second here, make sure I've got all my buffs on. Maybe check and see if there's any useful gear Ring of Major Magicka, that's actually a great find. I'm going to put that on right now. After all that anticipation, let's take the fragment. And I think the plan is to put the Necromancer's Amulet on here. I just want to keep these guys going down at rapid enough pace that they can't gang up on us too far. This is a little bit of a dirty trick to get more effective magicka, but if you take the Necromancer's Amulet on and off, it does give effectively like an extra 100 magic instantly regenerated. Silver sword is not doing very much. Pretty ineffective.
I'm gonna kill you.
Kind of in a corner here, which isn't where I want to be. Ouch. Switching off of the Necromancer Amulet, since I want my health and stamina to regenerate a little bit faster. Let's go back to the classic for this final guy. One of these guys had a gold enchanted sword that I want to look at picking up if I can, but that's the end of Dustman's Cairn. We found some pretty good gear, and now I'll be able to push a little bit further into the Companion's quest line. I'm having a pretty good time with the Alduin rush so far. Having a defined goal in mind is kind of fun. So if you'd like to see more of this series as it continues, do hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.